administrators on how they have to administrate their network. If you have IPsec, it will not IP version 6 really secure. It will make attack tracing easier, it will sniffing man the middle, very difficult, but web application will still be vulnerable. This will not have no impact at all on that. If you take a look at IP version 6, first it looks very easy, but the more you read about it, the more you research about it, it gets so complicated. That's why it's not much research from people there, because it's just so much. Even for the new hackers who will come in the future, who don't know IP version 4, trying to understand IP version 6 in the first place will be very tough. So if you start, oh, this is IP version 6, I try to learn it, I'm new, this is hard stuff. So, very short questions, and then I do a 10-minute presentation on the other new project. Questions? Yes?
Right, so from your point of view, seeing all the vulnerabilities and all the issues we have there, what are your 3 key recommendations you would have to actually secure a network, apart from turning it off, obviously? And IPsec was obviously one if you do it within a closed network. But apart from that, what would you recommend to do if you want to secure your network and use IP6, version 6?
Well, for security, if you move from IP4 to IP version 6, you gain a little bit more security. So it's better to move to IP version 6 than stay in IP version 4 for security. Well, what you can do to enhance, well, do the IP6 configuration on local machine secure, so turn off this, turn off that option and stuff. Enable IPsec, configure your filter list correctly, and do good host security. And protect your DNS servers. That's basically it. This usual stuff. This does not change. I mean, that's the main topic. It just fixed minor stuff, put some little new stuff in, but this has no really a security implementation. Yeah. So other question? So the question was, for those who did not understand it, what about mobile IP version 6? Did we also look at that? This should have been on the research stuff, because there are different techniques on how to update on mobile IP version 6. So I'm now in this location, please send the packet here. Now I'm that location, please do that here. So there are different solutions to this with routing headers and stuff. But no, we haven't looked into that yet. But we'll do in the future, because it will be very interesting. Yes, another question?
Are you aware of any packet filter that's able to strip off source routing options?
No. That's a good thing about that. Well, you can implement it in a stateful firewall, of course. But normally a firewall just throw the packet away or leaves it through, and it's not reconstructing.
Yeah, but you have to step through all the
yes. Which should be easy, but you can still get that wrong, as we saw in some of the vulnerabilities. Okay, if there are more questions, just drop by afterwards. So, we've got 10 minutes left for the second presentation, which was, sorry, I have to skip back. I'm not very happy with the current code state. As I told you, I would like to shoot the implement guys on the kernel on how they do some stuff. It's really horrible. So it's not on the usual public release stuff like thc.org. It's kind of hidden. I hope to have it in more. So the code works, yeah, but there are some limitations. And I try to get rid of them, but until then I will not officially release it on the website and say, hey, it's a cool tool, because of the we have some quality. We like to have some quality in our tools, and this is not meeting our normal standards. It does its job, but could be more effective. So that's why it's somehow hidden here. Note that down if you want to have it. Okay, I'll leave that here for a minute and just tell you what the next small presentation is about. Who of you know war dialing? Hands up, please. War dialing? Well, hey, that's pretty cool. I mean, it's a hacker conference, of course. And who of you know THC scan or use THC scan? Some of them? Okay. War dialing is not that much used anymore. For I have no understanding. It's much more fun and much easier to hack than doing TCP stuff, because no one looks for their modems. So THC scan is very old now. We had our 10th birthday in October, so I did an update to the version to have some, well, presence for the public. But still, we are in the internet age. So things have to change. War dialing is still interesting, so how could we do that more efficient? And so the idea of THC scan next generation was born. It's completely different. It's not like, oh, you just upgrade to this and everything is fine. It's something completely different. It's a complement. So THC scan was a war dialer for MS-DOS. You can even use it today with a PC emulator, works perfect. So what was it? 2 years ago, Plasmate, one of our members, sometimes we make internal challenges, so can you make that? And he was able to run it on his Mac OS via the infrared port on his mobile phone to dial 0800 numbers. So it can still do that. It still works. It cannot be ported or updated or anything, it's Turbo Pascal. 10 years ago, that was the main language to use. Yeah, not today anymore. So the coding idea was a war dial for Linux and Windows, so this is not important, of course, that's the standard today, but support as many modems as you can find, so having 10,000 of modems connected to one war dialing system, do distributed scanning, do detached scanning, so you connect somewhere, say, hey, please scan this range, then you log off. Going there some days later, oh, give me all the results. Have GUI command line, have database support, have voice over IP support, carrier identification, carrier hacking, and scanning large ranges of numbers. So what I want to get to that I can scan completely 0800 in just one command. So this is my goal. But this takes lots of CPU power, RAM resources, and hard disk space. So this is kind of a challenge. The basic concept is like this. You have your client who connects to the master. The master is the brain, controls everything. Every modem you want to do war dialing will have its own zombie controlling that modem. Just one zombie for one modem. And you tell the master, please connect to this zombie and also use that in war dialing. And the idea is that you can transparently say, hey, at this modem, at this morning, in the middle of scanning, remove modems while scanning, doesn't matter. It works perfectly, no problem. And also in the future, have a THC scan like local GUI, which directly connects to a zombie. But that's really optional. So the basic concept is client, a master, and a zombie. So today, we have it working, just only the command line tool, no GUI yet, but the GUI is really not really needed. Commands are simple. You can just use telnet to control everything, like connect, which connects just your system to a master. With add and delete commands, you add or delete modems or zombies. With this command, you just start scanning a whole range. You can cancel them, can get more output. You can dump the replies, you can see what's going on. You can see all the replies of all zombies if you want to. You can see, oh, how fast is the status of that scan? Has it then already started? How many numbers are already dialed and stuff? I wanted to show it live, but with Windows, it's much harder to set things up. The server listens for clients. You can connect with as much as 100 clients, doesn't matter. Does all the connection pool for all the zombies, for all the modems, splits the scan ranges to the zombies in chunks, so every zombie gets some numbers. And before the numbers are depleted, it sends more numbers, so there's never a lag of, oh, I need something to scan, I don't have anything anymore. So time is efficiently used. Keeps control which number has been scanned. Busy numbers are redialed up to a number you can define, like say, if the number is 3 times busy, don't dial it anymore. And they are not redialed immediately, but later, so it's done intelligently. It saves data in reports. Important thing is, only this master knows about the scan results. Clients don't, well, they can log their stuff, but they have no intelligence. Everything is done on the master. The zombie is pretty dumb. It can just operate the modem and talk to the master. That's it. This keeps things very, very easy and very portable. And verify to work is, for all 3 components, Linux, Windows Cygwin, it works perfectly, and Mac OS X works fine. So, upcoming versions. So, the basic functionality as you see it is done. It's still proof of concept, it works, but is more of an alpha or beta release. Stage 2 will be that it has SSL encryption and challenge response authentication. We'll have carrier identification, remote modem configuration, and some other missing features like, hey, scan these numbers in a text file. blacklisting, prefix restriction, blah. Stage 3, which is scheduled for pH neutral in next year, automated login hacking, SQL database support, and now it gets interesting. Stage 4 is planned to have voice over IP support, which means you have a tool where you have the information. So this is my SIP gateway. Just give that information and it dials, just without a modem, just with TCP/IP to a SIP gateway. You get a WAV file in reply, which is busy signals, whatever, or modem carrier, and then we do some FFT stuff to identify if there's a carrier or not. So war dialing without a modem. This will be cool, and hopefully a GUI. I'm looking for someone who would like to do that because I'm not a GUI guy. So whoever would like to do that and join the project, it's open for everyone, especially for the GUI. And stage 5. Stage 5 will be very special. Stage 5, I will release next year, is a community master server. So anyone can join that master server. So can get an account from us, can add their own modem, and then by that we can have a large number of modems available. Lots of stuff in here, so it's very, very complex. So what basically happens, if your modem is used as in a war dialing, and you can say just dial 0800 numbers with my zombie here, nothing else, so no cost for you, you get credits. So once you have acquired enough credits, you can start your own war dial. So let's use all the network to scan these numbers. If the result should be placed in a public database, anybody can see that these results, and it costs less credits. If it's just for you, nobody else should see the results, it costs you more. Yeah? So this is a basic concept. So you can have lots of modems connected together, have good authentication on that, have a public database, have lots of fun. Yeah, so that will be the community project. Will there be security in there? Of course. In the next version, SSL, challenge response authentication, blah, stuff, of course. Questions? If not, thc.org, it will be downloaded on the 1st of January. You can already download it from the project page, which is www.thc.org/THC-TSNG for THC Scan Next Generation. THC-TSNG. Well, that's basically it. I made it in time. Thank you very much.